got this 2 patches made. Next step, again with the serger, is laying them in place against the existing seam. Holes are down here. There's the existing seam that we're going along, and we're going to serge these in place. That way, pinning them down after the fact to keep them flat will be easier. Start a couple inches further up the seam, just for the sake of our own sanity. Reinforce the existing seam as well, which is always a good thing. We want this to lie relaxed, not be pulled or pushed or stretched anywhere. To lie relaxed and flat, and everything in position. So we don't want to stretch it. Well, we don't want to stretch it at all. We do want it to be strong. And this is, this is a thick material, but 2, 4, 6 layers of spandex going on here. So it is just a little bit pushing the limit on the serger. And that's fine. Use your tools to their limit. The hell? No, that's right. And that's right. Okay, so it's the right position, it's the right place. Scared myself there for a second. But everything is where it belongs, so we're good. Also, go a couple inches past. We got those 2 plates on the inside where they're supposed to be. There is a little hole in the fabric right here that I am going to fold up and serge. Again, just as a repair. That's an easy one. Pinched up and stitched in. And that hole is no longer a hole. So we've not only set up the major patches, we've also repaired a small piece of damage that wasn't even noticed by the customer previously, but we can point it out now. So, that's what we got so far. Next steps. All going to be on that beast. Relatively stable surface to put you on here. Not the best view in the world. Let's see how close I can get you. I think unfortunately that'll about do it. So you can kind of see what's going on, but well, as best I can get. As I'll show you now, laid this out flat on the surface it's going to be on. We're working from the inside of the garment right now, which is why the 2 threads, the top and bobbin thread on the machine, are matching, so they're both going to be black. And we're setting it at 2 stitch length, 5 stitch width. Actually, I'll do it 3 stitch length, 5 stitch width. We only got to do 3 sides. Problem is getting it under the machine in its current condition, being a full garment. Let's see if we can wiggle this under there. See if we can wiggle this under there and start to the sewing. On a small flat deck machine with not a lot of space, so we're going to be keeping a small flat plate here, which we're working on and from. Drop that. We are going to backstitch this just in case. And it's tangled. It is already tangled, and I don't know on what. That's not good. I'll show you. That is all tangled up, and we got multiple threads swinging in and out of there. So we're going to clear that, and then I'll start over with the backstitch at the beginning. Once I get it running, then I'll show you how it's working. It would seem that although mechanically I've got this beast somewhat operational, it is not yet functional. I do in fact have to get it tuned. I seem to have no control over top tension, and well, in all honesty, it's probably set up for very light duty and light material, which means, yeah, I gotta spend however much it's gonna cost me, bring it in for a tune-up. Get everything set up properly the way it's supposed to be. So, this is gonna have to wait at least a little while. Otherwise, I could potentially hand sew it. Ugh. It is pinned in place, and I do have a needle and thread, so that may be the next step and the available option. Hand sew it from the back, which would be stitching this edge, not the bottom, stitching the edges along here from the inside, and then from the outside, show you this way, taking the extra time and effort to stitch around and plate down the holes, make them less visible. So that's about as big as it would be, and I'd be stitching around the edge to hold it all in place on those 2 holes, because there's only 2 little holes in this side. It's, it's not that bad. Well, 3 little holes. But yeah, stitch around those to hold everything down. Make it look as inobtrusive as possible. So, there's the plan. I'm not showing you me hand sewing. That's torturous enough to begin with. So, the project has begun. I've done everything I can before having to resort to primitive techniques. Okay, talk to you next time.